Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, the video game show that is not hosted by an annoying e-beggar. There is no Patreon, no super chats. That's right, we just talk about the games we love and how fun it is to hoard them. Collect them. Now, with that said, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode, this show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Who really is playing video games? Have you ever asked yourself that question? There's a lot of rhetoric out there, and a lot of people say this type of people play video games. Everybody has their own biases. Everybody has their own opinions. So why don't we just take a look at what actually is going on? Let's look at some statistics, right? Let's look at some key demographics as of 2023. And I'm going to bring you this information via DataProt, who has compiled a bunch of this information for us. And let's just go over the numbers. The reason these numbers are important is because these are the numbers that really influence how, many companies are spending their money, who they're going to market to. I know there's a lot of other pressures, especially nowadays with equity and inclusion and everything else, but at the end of the day, these are the numbers that are going to matter, right? There could be different trends in the industry that they try, just like any other, fad that goes through industry, but eventually you have to succumb to the pressures of the market, which are the people that are playing the games. So let's look at the actual numbers, right? These numbers are mind-blowing, guys. These have surpassed TV, movies, everything else. There are about 3.24 billion, with a B, gamers worldwide. As of 2023, they're projected to go up to 3.32, by the year 2024. The video game market is worth almost $200 billion. It's $197.11 billion as of 2023, right? With all the talk of everything's going down, this and that and the other, there's plenty of money in the market, believe me. About 52% of gamers subscribe to at least one gaming service. That's right, whether it's Game Pass, PlayStation, or the Nintendo service. Most gamers now, over half, 52%, are subscribing to a service. That's really important because that's where the industry is going. Okay, the average gamer throughout the world, right? This is throughout the world, is about 35 years old. So, their parents, most of them have kids, right? Here's one for Europe. Over 50% of Europeans play video games. Over 1.8 billion people are PC gamers, right? Almost 2 billion people play PC games. 48% of American gamers are female. That's right, when you include mobile and portable devices, 48% of them are female. Asia is the biggest gaming market with 1.6 billion video game players. Now those are some big numbers. And we can drill down from there, right? We can drill down from there. We can go by demographics, for example. You can take a look at some UK numbers here, some millennium numbers. 25% of the UK gamers are PC gamers. A quarter of the market is PC. 56% of millennials who play video games are actually PC gamers. That surprised me. I thought most of them were going to be mobile gamers, but and there are three groups: Generation Z, Millennials, Generation X, over 50. Gamers play on their PCs. This demographics of PC gamers are especially interesting for the younger crowd from 10 to 22 years of age. This goes against the belief that mostly play on their phones, and that really is a shocking number. Because that's what I thought. Most of Gen Z and Millennials would be playing on their mobile phones, but they're not. In the UK, 26% of gaming adults play console video games, just a little bit over a quarter. 79% of people under 22 years of age play mobile games, right? So the younger they get, the more they're going to play mobile games, and about 2.6 billion people play mobile games. These figures are via Statista, and this last one is also contributed by Newzoo, by the way. This is where you're getting these numbers from. And 41% of PlayStation gamers are women, right? And that's via PlayToday.co and Sony. That's the numbers that they came up with in their research, right? Now, let's look at numbers in the U.S., right, which is the market that I'm in, and tell me if any of these numbers surprise you. More than 214 million people, Americans, play video games, right? And that's via the Entertainment Software Association. People aged 18 to 34 comprise just 38% of the U.S. gaming population. That's right. Younger people are not that much, right? Most gamers in the United States are adults, and only 21% are under 18. Between 18 and 34 make up the majority of the adult crowd, right? Still, senior gamers are a significant demographic too. 15% of gamers are older than 55. That's a pretty big number. That surprised me. I thought the number was way less, because most of the people I know, right, don't play video games. But according to their numbers, it's much higher. Maybe they keep it private, and that could be because of generation, guys. When I was growing up, if you're playing video games after 16, it wasn't a good thing, right? You were looked down upon. It wasn't like today. 48% of American gamers are female, right? When you include mobile games, and that's compiled by two different sources. They got the same numbers, Statista and the Entertainment Software Association. Nearly 10% of American gaming population plays video games for 20 or more hours, right? That's a lot of hours, man. That can explain a lot of things, right? But that's the number, right? In 2021, they surveyed the people, and about 9% of them, 9.8%, gamers said they tend to play for 20 hours or more. And about only 6.6% say they played less than an hour a week, right? So most people are playing. 71% of gamers in the U.S. are white, and 76% of gamers in the U.S. are over 18. There's at least one gamer, right, per household in 75% of American households. That's via the Entertainment Software Association for both these numbers, right? And the previous one was by Exploding Topics. 46 million U.S. residents who play video games have some sort of disability, right? So a lot of people that are handy capable, as they say, or have some type of disability, play video games. And that's via the Entertainment Software Association, right? In the U.S., 55% of parents play video games with their children. That's awesome. That's a great number. That really is a great number. And, this is the reason why I started looking at these figures. I came home today and I had my kids and my grandkids playing Roblox online. It was pretty cool. They were having a great time. And that's, when we played together as a family, other than watching Grandpa die at Helldivers or in Call of Duty sometimes, Roblox is the platform that we choose to play all together. We can all, I can play on PC, they're playing on their phones. Makes it really nice, It's not as good as Tommy Tallarico's version of Family Night, but it's getting there, right? Now, let's go a little bit further, right? Let's look at European gamers. Let's see how they differ. All right, Europeans, 52% approximately play video games, so more than half the people in Europe are playing video games. The average age, though, is a little bit younger. Their average age for gamers is 31.3 years old. All right, and they're just younger gamers, I guess. In Europe, 23% of gamers are over 45, though. Right, so their gaming population is split a little bit different. Right, 6 to 10 years old, about 9%. 11 to 14, it's about 9%. And 15 to 24, 22. 25 to 34, 20. 35 to 44, 16. And there's even more at 45 to 64 at 23%. 47.8 European video gamers are women, right? that via Headphones Addict, that's who gathered numbers for that particular number. I don't know how it's weighed, but it's similar to the American number, right? Europe's average gamer spend about 9.5 hours a week playing video games, far less than their American counterparts. Let me say, yes, less than half. They tend to have higher rates of education over there for a reason, right? We don't value education as much as they do in other countries, let me tell you. From living abroad and living here in the U.S., the views on education are very different by the general population and society in general. Okay, 76% of surveyed European gamers play for at least an hour a week, right? Only 8% of people said they play video games as infrequently as once a year, but most people play. Guys, those are the numbers. Some of those numbers really surprised me, specifically for millennials and older gamers. What do you guys think, right? Did any of these numbers coincide with what you already thought, or did any of them surprise you? This is the data that they're going to use to market. And what I see right now is that there's a lot of splits. There's a lot of 20%, right? So there's slices of pies for everybody. You can focus making video games for older people, younger people, somewhere in the middle. There's plenty of opportunities. This thing that the gaming market is, in peril and this and that and the other, the numbers do not bear it out. They don't. If anything, gaming is only going to get bigger. All right, guys, tell me what you think. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.